STDs, STIs, UTIs are actually one infection and disease that many young boys and girls are suffering from today. As a student nurse, I have opportunity of seeing many of them, and I keep asking myself, why is this so common when the cure to this particular thing are just simple things you can just do? So that is what actually triggered me to make this video. I'm making this video just so that every young girl out there, every lady, every woman is actually going to be aware of certain things you can actually do to prevent yourself from getting all these infections and diseases. This video is not particularly for single ladies alone. It is also for married couples or for women that are married, because sexual hygiene practice is for everybody, whether you're single, whether you're a commercial worker, or anything you can think of. I didn't even mention, but in this video I am going to be outlining seven simple tips that you can actually do that is going to make your down there very happy and healthy. So the first thing that I have on my list, because I actually made a list of it, so the first thing I have on my list is for you to always use a contraceptive. Now, in using a contraceptive, just know what works for you. It is either you're advising your partner to use a condom, which can actually prevent you from getting any of these, or for you yourself to use a female condom. You can use a female condom or a diaphragm, or just look for a protective means. Remember, the female urethra is shorter than the male urethra. That means that the female actually gets infected faster than the male. So you might get infected while your partner is not even infected. So you are the priority here. So make sure that you are watching out for yourself, because if you don't, who will? The second thing you should do, that first one, you should do it before intercourse, before coitus. The second thing you should do that is very important is to always drink water. This second point actually leads to the third point, which is always making sure that you pee after every sexual intercourse. So these 2 points actually goes hand in hand, and I'm going to be explaining it together. If you drink lots of water before and after sexual intercourse, majorly before sexual intercourse, it is actually going to stimulate your bladder to release urine. So when you're being stimulated and you pee, which leads to the third point, peeing after sexual intercourse, it is actually going to help you flush every bacteria that you have that has actually entered into your vagina. So peeing after an intercourse will flush out all the bacteria. It will help push germs outside the urinary tract. Remember, the urinary tract is a tiny tube that passes urine from the urinary bladder to the urethral orifice, and then you pee it out. So taking lots of water and then peeing after intercourse is actually going to push all those germs and bacteria outside, so you'll be sure that you're not getting infected, like you have peed out a reasonable amount of it. So please be sure to always pee after every sexual intercourse. The next thing for you to do that is very important, that most people don't do it, I don't know why, is that they don't wash. Please, after coitus, be sure to wash yourself as a female. The male are always very fond of doing it because why not? But the female do not. Most of them do not, and it might be because they are tired, or because they are lazy, or because they feel like, I don't even know. But please be sure to always wash after every sexual intercourse. And if you are washing, be sure to use a non-fragrant soap. That is no longer news. We already know that we're not supposed to use anything that is scented in that area. The vagina is actually self-cleansing, meaning it can cleanse itself, but that does not mean that you should not also clean it. You can clean it, you should clean it, but with a non-fragrant soap. You can actually use a lukewarm water to clean it, to massage that area, and then when you're washing it, be sure to wash for at least 20 to 30 seconds. Don't just go into the bathroom and you take water and you do like this and you come out, you've done nothing. Make sure you're scrubbing every part in between your legs. Make sure you're scrubbing there, either with your hand or with a sponge, anyone, but I prefer you use your hand. Make sure you wash in between your legs, and yes, in between your legs, your thighs. Make sure you wash that part. You can also use your finger. You can push at least 1 inch of your finger into your vagina to remove any kind of thing, any white substance that might be there. It is very important. You don't just wash the outside and you go. Put at least 1 inch, remove everything that is there, and then wash off, rinse off, and then you go. Please be sure to always wash after intercourse. It's actually going to help that place feel neat and healthy, and also happy. Happy is the word. The next thing for you to practice after intercourse is to wear loose clothing. Please always ensure to wear loose clothing. Don't be too quick to wear tight clothes. Nobody's raping you, or if you think anybody's raping you, okay, fine, but make sure you're wearing something loose, something free, something that's going to make that place comfortable, something that's going to make the place free. Allow that place breathe. Another thing for you to do after coitus is, please don't wear that same pants you wore before intercourse. If you wore a pants before intercourse, after intercourse you should at least change the pants. Soap and water is not that difficult, it's not that expensive, so you can afford it. Please make sure you're not wearing the same panties you wore before and after. You understand? Like what you wore before, don't wear it after. The reason is because after intercourse, you can attest to the fact that the vagina actually becomes a little bit loosed. The innermost part of the vagina actually has rugae. That means it can stretch for as wide. It can stretch as wide as you want it. That is why a child can actually come out from there. So after intercourse, because the penis has been introduced, because there was a penetration, it is actually going to loosen up a bit. And that loosening means that if you wear a pants that's dirty, if there is any germs or dirt on that pants, it can actually transmit itself from that pants inside to your vagina. So in order to prevent that from happening, wear a clean pants, wear another pants. Even though you think that one is clean, please just wear another one. Soap is not expensive. Just wear another one to be sure that you're not introducing any germs or anything inside your vagina. That way yourself, you're going to be happy, and it is going to be happy too. Another very important thing I have here on my list is the fact that you have to take some prebiotics rich food. Now this one is not common for everybody. Not everybody know that after coitus they're supposed to do some certain things to themselves. That is why this video is coming to you, is presenting itself to you now. Please, after intercourse, make sure you're taking some prebiotics rich foods. This can include yogurt, there is kimchi, there is pickles. All these fruits actually contain the same bacteria as your vagina. So what they do is that they are going to help to reduce the risk of you infecting a yeast infection or getting a yeast infection. So it's just going to neutralize everything. So please be sure to snack on a prebiotics rich food. You can search online for prebiotics rich food that you're going to see, and then you choose the one that you think is going to be easy for you to get in your local vicinity. That way you have them in your house, and after each sexual intercourse you'll be able to use them and prevent yourself from yeast infection. Another thing I have on my list is taking antibiotics. Now, if you have a partner if you have a partner, this one is for majorly married couples. If you have a partner, if you have a husband or your wife, you and your husband or you and your wife can actually be taking antibiotics maybe once in 2 weeks or twice in a month, depending on how your body is. You can take these antibiotics to flush out any germs and any stuffs that you people have in your system, just so that you people will be clean and free. And for that, I can prescribe doxycycline. Doxycycline is a very friendly antibiotic that is very safe for everybody, whether you're a male, whether you're a female. Doxycycline is very good, and I recommend that 100%. It is just so safe, and it is the goal. If you also stay in a place where there is always malaria, doxycycline is just a go-to. I recommend 1001%. Another very important thing, this one is the last, I forgot to add it. Another very important thing is for you to make sure that you're not keeping hairs. Like, your pubic area should be free from hair, except maybe you have a partner that likes hair in that part. You know, many people have different fantasy and we cannot control that. But if your partner likes that, fine. But if your partner does not have anything, like if you and your partner does not have anything like this, that please, there is no point of you keeping hairs in your pubic area. What hair does is that it traps my nose. I don't know what's wrong. It traps dust. It traps dirt. All the germs, they're going to be there. So if you have hair and then there is dust, there's dirt there, and then there is intercourse, what will happen is that when there's friction, all the dirt that are on that surface are going to be pushed inside your vagina. So you can actually get infected because of your own dirt. So it might not even be coming from the guy. The guy might even be clean. The guy might be free from everything. But because you yourself, you have dirt, you are rearing dirt, because there's dirt there, you can actually push it from the outside to the inside. So before sexual intercourse, be sure to clean that place. Shave up. If you're a fan of shaving, you can do that. If you're a fan of waxing, these days I've seen people that are waxing, fine, go and do it if that's what you care about. So do it and keep that place clean. Remember, it is yourself we are talking about here. The man might get away with it, but you might not get away with it because your urethra is shorter than his. I'm repeating that. Your urethra is shorter than his. So you will get infected even before he gets infected. So please be sure to follow all these principles. I'm going to be giving a recap. The first one, I said we should always use a trusted means of contraceptive, diaphragms, condoms, anything that is safe for you and your partner. The second one, you should pee after sex because it is actually going to flush out all the toxins. The third one, I said you should drink water. Water is actually going to help you pee, so they work hand in hand. So be sure to always drink water and pee after intercourse. The fourth one, I said you should always wash up after intercourse because why are you not washing? You want the germs to store there, please wash off. It is very important for you. Then I said you should also wear loose clothing. Allow that place breathe. Let it be comfortable. Wear loose clothing. And then next I said you should change your underwear. Even though your underwear is clean, you feel it's clean, please change it. Please change it. And then after I said that, I said you should take some prebiotics rich food like yogurt, pickles or kimchi. Check online, you're going to see others that you can find in your local vicinity and then you use it. The second to the last, I said we should shave because shaving is actually going to prevent germs from penetrating into your vagina, and it also prevents you from infecting your own self. And then lastly, I said you can actually take antibiotics, especially doxycycline. You can take it once in 2 weeks or twice in a month to prevent yourself from getting all these infections and diseases. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any other remedies that I did not talk about, if you feel there is something or there are some things that I missed, please make them seen in the comment section. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel and share this video to all those that might want to, that you think is going to benefit from it. See you in my next video, guys. Bye.